Hey guys, welcome to another YouTube video and welcome to review number 3 of these match reviews of the most recent NRL Magic Round. And now the first two ones I've already done, the two Friday night games, the Raiders and the Bulldogs, and then versus the Bulldogs, and then Seagulls and the Broncos. This is the first of two. This was the first of 3 Saturday games, and this one was a cracker of a game that ended in the usual trend that's always happened in the NRL, and that is bunker controversy, which I'm going to be ranting over by the end of this video. Which, bit of a spoiler there. So let's get straight into it. And it didn't take long, to be honest, for the first lot of business to attend to. Of course, David Armstrong scoring the first try, obviously known as the Kalen Ponga replacement. Because we all know Kalen Ponga is going to be out for about 4 months, I think it was, with some sort of injury. I think it was a knee injury or an Achilles injury, I think I said, in a couple of episodes ago of Footy Wrap Up. But anyways, so he scored to make it 4-0, just too easy there, and then and of course, which that try was converted as well by Jackson Hastings. Let's just say the first 10 minutes were all dominated by I don't know what the Titans players did on Friday night. If they went out on Friday night or what, because they didn't turn up in the first 10 minutes. Let's put it that way. And it was made even worse when David Armstrong again broke through the Titans' defense and made it 10-0 after 8 minutes, after 9 minutes, which this time it wasn't converted by Jackson Hastings this time. And then all that changed things was a simple forward pass. A simple forward pass from the Knights, I think it was from Adam Elliott, that changed things around entirely. Which ended, of course, 4 minutes later, 3.5 minutes later, it ended in Cleese Haas scoring the Titans' first try, which was shockingly missed by Aaron Shoop from point blank range. To be honest, I think from point blank range just missed it on that count, and then about 2 minutes later, Alafana Khan Pereira managed to score to make it, and basically Shoop did score to make it 10-all. So basically, 10 minutes after, basically in the 10 minutes, it was all back level again. It was all back level again, and then suddenly Jojo Fafita scored to put the Titans in front. To put the Titans in front for the first time in the game, which unfortunately Aaron Shoop did not have his kicking shoes on. Obviously, he missed this conversion to make it one kick from 2. And then this is where it got a little bit feisty. Jackson Hastings probably did one of the worst things you'll probably do, and probably wouldn't recommend doing, and that is pissing off David Fafita. You do not want it. By the looks of the guy, you don't want it. He looks like a guy you don't want to mess with. And Jackson Hastings did that. He basically did it, and then basically then it ended in the blue pretty much, where Hastings basically held on to Aaron Shoup for too long. Then Shoup retaliated. That of course that started a not a brawl, but a bit of a spot fire breaking out, which that obviously sent both of them to the bin. Of course, Hastings for 10, for that penalty, and then Shoup for retaliating. So that's why they both got sent to the bin, and the team that definitely benefited the most out of that was definitely the Titans, because about it was about 4.5 minutes after the twin sin bins, for both teams, the Knights with Hastings and the Titans with Shoup. Kinney scored the try to make it 18-10, and just like that, with a blink of an eye, they were up 20-10, and it got even better for them when Khan Pereira scored a first half double towards the end of the first half. And I know Brian Kelly would eventually miss that conversion, but 24, they were 10-0 up, and they were 10-0 down in the first 10 minutes. As I said, they did not show up in the first 10 minutes. After and as I said, a simple forward pass changed things entirely in that second half, and it swung the momentum pendulum. The old pendulum swings back the other way, and in a massive way. Suddenly, just like that, they went at half time. The Titans went at half time, scoring 24 consecutive points to be 24-10 up at half time. Obviously, and obviously, in the time of Hastings and Shoup's sin bins, that was it for them for that first half. They wouldn't come on until the very start of the second half, if you know what I mean. The one important player for the Knights that would be needed for their comeback was not out there. That being Bradman Best. Reports are that it was pretty much confirmed after the game that he did suffer a hamstring injury. So that's why he didn't play in the second half. But it was, and then obviously Hastings and Shoup returned from the bin. There was a couple of errors from both sides, and then Armstrong again broke through to complete his hat trick. Complete his hat trick, I believe, for the game, and then which was converted by Hastings to make it 24-16, to make it a little bit more interesting. And then things got a lot more interesting when Brodie Jones crashed his way under to score to make the scores 24-20, which was converted by Hastings as well to cut the margin from 14 down to 2 within like 12 minutes in the second half. So and then just like that, it felt like that the game was on a nice edge, pretty much. But then there was a lot of Hetherington for a dangerous tackle was on report, and Keenan Palacina at CL it was also placed on report. Shoup dangerous tackle and all that, and then Shoup dangerous tackle, and then came the big one where it wasn't the big controversy I'm going to talk about, but it was one of them. was the penalty try given to Jacob Saifiti, which I try to remember who the Titans player was. I'm trying to remember who it was. That blocked his path, and of course the bunker ruled, and I had no hard feelings about it. It was the right call. The penalty try was the right call, and which was converted by Jackson Hastings, which gave him the I think that there was a goal here. Yeah. So 26, and then Hastings scored the conversion to make it 28-24. And then the big controversy that did happen was which was one of the great plays. Obviously, it was for the Titans. They were desperate. It looked like the ball. It was kicked. I think it was by. I'm trying to think who it was. I'm trying to remember who it was that kicked it. I think it was Tom Weaver. Yeah, I think it was Tom Weaver that kicked it. And so it was Tom Weaver that kicked it, and it looked like it was gonna go over the sideline, but one of the Titans players belted it back into play, and it landed in the arms. I think it was for Brian Kelly, I believe it was, who planted it down and scored. And it was actually given a try, but the bunker said, no, we need to check this further, and they made the decision that it was, and the decision was overturned, and it was no try there. And then suddenly, I mean, it could have been 28 all. Where the possible conversions. It was actually that late that Shoop was actually prepared to kick the conversion, and then that's when the bunker came. The bunker decided to come into play. That's how late the decision was, and yeah. So and then basically, yeah, the Titans had a couple more chances, but they were all errors, and it ended 28-24. To be honest, so yeah, so 5 tries apiece. Of course, Armstrong got a hat trick for the Knights. Calm Pereira with a first half double. With also tries from Keen Haas, Joe Fafita, Keeney, Brody, and then for the Knights, Brody Jones and Jacob Saifiti with the penalty try. Ultimately, the conversions cost the Knights. There were 2 from 5 in that area, with 1 from Aaron Shoop and the other from Brian Kelly. The reason why Brian Kelly took those, I think it was 2 conversions at the end of this first half, was because Shoop was in the bin for 10 for his incident with Hastings, and Hastings was 4 from 5 as well. So yeah. So looking at the statistics here, see the Knights they absolutely dominated. 55% possession. Their completion rate was off the charts. 89% completion rate compared to 76. That is massive from the Titans. Runs 192 to 177. The Knights just edged them in all running meters, post contact meters as well. A bit even in line breaks. This one also was a big one as well for me in terms of how the Knights won the game, was the tackle breaks. I mean, it was plus 27 advantage the Knights in terms of tackle breaks for the Knights. And then obviously average set obviously over 50 meters for almost 51 meters for the Titans, and a tick over 48.5 for the Knights. Average play kick return. Well, obviously kick return meters 231 meters, 170 for the Knights. Average play to ball speed, the Knights just slightly quicker. Offloads even. Total passes and dummy passes, not surprisingly, the Knights are on top in that area too. Kicking meters, the Titans dominated them in that area. Kicking defusal, 83% compared to 50. 83% for the Titans compared to 50% for the Knights. Effective tackles. This is probably what as well what won them the game. 89% effective tackles compared to 81% for the Titans. That's a massive margin. The Knights made more tackles. Over 50 missed tackles from the Titans. I think 56 to be exact for the Titans in that area. A couple of errors there. A couple of players on the report, and a couple of players obviously got sent to the bin. So I want to talk about that no try, because when the final whistle blew, I said to myself, this was a great game, but I found myself feeling bad that the game had to be decided by bunker controversy. Because if you look at that footage here, like, what pisses me off is why was it called a try, and then in my opinion, there's no insufficient evidence. There's no insufficient evidence, in my opinion, to say that Kelly got that ball completely down and controlled. Yeah, for me, you can't. There's no evidence that is controlled. That is controlled. In my opinion, what they've based on was the fact that the ball left the palm of his hand here. That was the only thing that was shown on camera. If you look at it on camera, if you look at the footage, you will see the palm here, the palm of his hand, not made contact with the ball. That's probably what they decided on. Is like, that counts as not controlling the ball. No try. Bim, no try. So yeah. And I get why Des Hasler would be fuming about it. I get why he would be fuming about it, because this is I think this is like the fourth or fifth straight game they've been involved in that the margin's been single digits, which and most of them. A couple of them ended in wins. Mostly have ended in losses. And at the end of it's a shame because really over the last month or so, you could see the way that the Titans are really starting to get used to the method that Des Hasler has got under him. So that's what they judged it off. And what pissed me off even more is basically, that Cooper Cronk said that was the right call. That Cooper Cronk said it was the right call. I watched a bit of the the NRL's Sunday footy show, and everybody, Freddie Fittler, Slater, Johns, all of them agreed that it was the right call. For me, in my opinion, no, it wasn't. It wasn't. As I said, there is no freaking insufficient. There is no evidence to say that Kelly had that ball under control. That meant, for me, if I was in it, I would say there's no insufficient evidence. That would mean it's a try, and it would be 28 all, most likely, because of Shoop of how he went. He would have missed it, and it would have gone to golden point. And yeah, but unfortunately, we were robbed of a grandstand finish. And let's just say, the Titans were robbed of a win in this game. And as I said, Des Hasler had a right to be pissed off and it was even pointed out on commentary on Fox League, by the way. I'll try to think of who it was that was in commentary. I don't know if it was Greg Alexander or someone else. And they predicted when that came up that it said, I'm not looking forward to Des Hasler's press conference, and they were right, and he right. Apparently, he was really pissed off about the decision. I mean, as I said, how can he make that decision? But they're just basing the decision off the back that it's left the palm of his hand, that the ball's left the palm of his hand as he's about to slam it down for a try. You never know. He probably might have his fingertips still on the ball as he's putting it down on the try line. You never know. If for God's sake, you never know with that. Yes, though you never know with those because you never gonna freaking see never gonna see with that, but. But how, I don't know how the bunker could say there is that counts as evidence to suggest that ball is not controlled, because that's what it's based on. But the ball needs to be controlled to count as a try, and of course, obviously it was blown as a try. And then basically it was called back. It called back, and as I said, it was that late, the bunker's interference with this, that Shoop was actually was approaching to take the conversion, and then the bunker came into the referee's ear and said, we're going to take a closer look at this, and boom. Yeah, so in my opinion, that should have been a try. It should have been a try. It's one of those things we give the benefit of the doubt. I would have given the benefit of the doubt to the player that scored it, because you don't know if he's. As I said, you never know. He would have had his fingertips still on the ball, as the ball leaves the palm of his hand. Yeah, but no. So if I wish I had a ball with me, to yeah. Just hang on a second. I might find a ball. I might find a ball here. Might find a ball for a second. So here it is. So it's an AFL ball, but nonetheless. So apparently, if you slam it down, sorry about that. Slam it down for a try. If it's like this, so I would. So you never know when he's come to plant the ball down. Let me use the laptop here. Use the try line for example. If it's like this, you never know. He probably might have had it like this, but because of all the players that have tried to tackle him, the cameras can't see that. Obviously, and all that they could see is the ball leaving the palm of his hand. So that's probably what's causing the controversy here. And there will be some people mostly Gold Coast Titans fans will probably say no, that doesn't count as controlling the ball. Well, yeah. So that's what I think, in my opinion. In this discussion, I think they have been robbed, in my opinion, and in the BD Footy wrap up special of Magic Round, I will talk about it in great depth, really. And it was an absolute shame that it was a great game. It was a great game. It was a fantastic game for about 75 odd minutes, and then basically this happened. And if that try would have stayed as is, it would have, and with the way that Shoop was kicking with his conversions, he would have missed the one on the sideline, which meant it would have gone to 28 all, which meant it would have probably would have gone to the freaking golden point. So, and it would have meant for even more drama. But no, the bunker decided, nah, we're ending that shit. We give the game to the Knights. So I just can't believe it. It's just an absolute shame that those sort of games, those sort of great games, end in these sort of controversies. It's just a shame, really. But anyways, so that's pretty much the end of this review. Like this video, share this to anybody who is a Gold Coast Titans fan or a Newcastle Knights fan. Comment down below, do you agree with me on that no try decision? Do you agree it was a try? Do you disagree with saying, do you think the bunker made the right call if it was a no try, that it was a no try? I would love to hear your thoughts and opinions. Also about the game itself as well. And one last thing, somewhere down there, click on the big red button which is labelled subscribe. It really does, really does help me out quite a bit there. So until next time, guys, I'll see you guys all later.